What is going on YouTube? Alright, I'm out here in Queens at the Calvary Cemetery, and this is going to be the Mafia Cemetery Part 2. Going to be visiting some big names in the history of the Mafia. And if this entrance looks familiar to you at all, that's because this entrance was used for Don Corleone's funeral scene in the classic The Godfather. So come along with us as we explore the Mafia Cemetery Part 2. Now this guy is not a mobster, but he's played a mobster in a couple of my favorite movies. This is the final resting place of Joe Spinell, who you guys might remember playing Willie Chichi in The Godfather 1 and 2, and also Mr. Gazzo in Rocky 1 and 2. One of my favorite characters of all time. But even though when I think about him, I'm thinking of The Godfather and Rocky, but there's a whole lot of people out there that associate him with horror for a few of the movies he made in the 80s. The main one I could think of was The Maniac. But to me, he'll always be Mr. Gazzo. So this is the gravesite of famous Joe Spinell. Wait a minute, you guys hear that? Oh my God, is that the Godfather himself? Club Soda Corleone? Joining me today?
Crawled out of my crib.
You know, it ain't a grave video without my man Club Soda Corleone. Alright, we will see you guys on the next one. And here is the grave site of Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero. And of course, Lefty was immortalized in the film Donnie Brasco, played by the great Al Pacino. See right there, lived from 1926 to 1994, and yeah, he was the one that claimed Donnie. Actually, when Benny got married, he had Joe Pistone, who was Donnie Brasco, his best man at the wedding, which is amazing to show how deep Joe Pistone had really gotten in infiltrating the Mafia. Yeah, so this is the gravesite of Benny Lefty Two Guns Ruggiero. And this is the final resting place of Dominic Napolitano, known to everyone as Sonny Black, who you'll also remember from Donnie Brasco. He was played by Michael Madsen. Now, in the movie, they don't show Donnie and Sonny Black getting that close, but in real life, these two had become very close. And of course, Sonny Black had been promoted to capo in the Bonanno family. And one of the interesting things is that, if you remember from the movie, at the end, when, you know, after they find out that Donnie was an agent and everything, and you see that scene where Lefty gets sent for, and he leaves his jewelry and his money and everything, and then he tells his girl, he says, tell Donnie if you talk to him that if it was anybody, I was glad it was him. That was actually Sonny Black who said that. Sonny Black got sent for. He knew he was getting sent for because he was getting taken out. He went down to the bar underneath his apartment, and he left his money, his ring, everything with the bartender. And he actually called his girlfriend and said, if you happen to talk to Donnie or if you hear from him, tell him if it was anyone, I'm glad it was him. And he took off, and that was it. So, yeah, this is the grave of Sonny Black, Dominic Napolitano. And the last stop on the Mafia Cemetery tour is the guy who ran New York back in the 1920s, Joe the Boss Mazzaria. And two of the guys that he had working for him were Lucky Luciano and Tommy Lucchese. You know, back during the 20s, when he was going to war with Salvatore Maranzano, Lucky and Tommy decided that, you know, this war's no good. It's costing us money. You know, we could do a lot better business if we get everybody to get along. So they ended up taking out Joe the Boss. And then they took out Maranzano. And that's when they started the commission and the 5 families in New York that were going to work together. Mafia history. Alright everyone, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. What do you got to say about it, Godfather?
Going back to my crypt.
Oh God, that dude's a character. Alright everyone, thank you as always for watching, and we will see you guys next time.